Hello and welcome back to Generation Zero. Last time we did a couple missions up in the marshlands region, which just essentially ended up restoring some radio communication and leading us to the last stand of a few more Swedish soldiers. And this time we are actually just south in the mountains region, right here at the Muskuden port complex, and the mission actually leads us just over here to the other side of the complex. And based on what it says, combining the snippets of text from all the pertinent shipping manifests, we figured out that it appears the machines and their supply stations were set up by the Swedish army, and that this location might be the origin point of everything. Now, getting actually to the other side is a little difficult because this way is kind of blocked. So we can go, I'd say sneak down, but not really. We have to just work our way down here, across, and back into the facility. If it's like every other time I've been here, it should be loaded with runners. Probably Phoenix tier, or at least military grade. But in general, it shouldn't be too difficult to handle. Runners are just runners. Couple bullets to the fuel tank and they're dealt with. Nothing. Managed to break down a bunch of the ammo I'd picked up, and turns out that Sjokvist shotgun, the purple one I picked up last time, I already had one. But, if you don't have one, it's a good place to go get one. I think I got mine just from a box. I'll take it, take the ammo. I'll take everything but the smoke grenade. I don't really need it. I know smokes can be useful. In co-op, I've kind of figured out how they work, but I prefer just normal grenades. Also, as a note, I've probably mentioned it before, but if you're looking to kind of farm some gear, definitely go to this port complex, because you'll wind your way through it, and there will be a couple... I'm trying to think of the way to describe it. They're essentially just like equipment bunkers inside the complex. There are these borderline steel or concrete blocks that have a door, and you can open them up and they'll have, sometimes they'll have a bunch of gear in them, and that's where I've had some really good luck farming some equipment. You'll have to wait a few in-game days before it'll reset, but if you're kind of in between locations or in between things to do, it's definitely a good place to clear. I can honestly say I was not expecting them to just be standing in here. I already have a high-end shotgun choke. I'll still take it. I'm dumb and forget half the time what I have. And if anything, I can always just give it to a friend or break it down for materials. do wish the handling in this game was a little bit better. For a ×2 sight, you have the same handling as you would assume a sniper rifle has in any, Call of Duty or Battlefield game. And even if you make the argument, well, these people are not very well trained, you're not a soldier, you're just some civilian who's effectively just trying to Red Dawn a bunch of robots. You think you would still be able to swing left and right a little faster? Being able to rotate isn't exactly a advanced tactical maneuver. Give me all your stuff. I'd like a more kind of hardcore survival game like this, but I just feel like trying to go for something like that... Oh, that's just rock inside the building. But I feel like a lot of developers wouldn't know exactly what needs to be done. I know, once again, armchair game developer, but at least from what I've seen with a lot of survival games, is they don't fully grasp what is needed in the game and what isn't. I'll take that, everything else sucks. I'll take it anyways. And I can't sprint. So, those attachments are getting dumped right away. And because they're terrible attachments. I already have, I think, a gold gold magazine for the Swedish K, so I'm not too concerned over it. I actually have to go there. I think that's, if I remember clearing this place before, that's like the Commandant's quarters. It's not gonna stop me from searching these bunkers, or not these bunkers, these barracks though. I'll drop the landmine. I keep the ammo pack even though it's heavy, just because if I do get into a fight and burn a lot of 50 rounds, I can at least recoup it with the ammo box. And that's really the thing I would suggest to anybody. If you have, like... let's say you have, like, 5 AP rounds left and you really need them. What I would suggest doing is dropping the ammo box, having those AP rounds loaded, and then interacting with it until it's empty, because it'll give you free rounds. And I believe those are the harder to make of the two. Yeah, we'll take the slugs. Smoke. Search the guy's office quick. Snus. powdered tobacco. Like for smoking or chewing? I honestly have no idea what that is. It's kind of funny how when I first found Phoenix tier enemies, I got so nervous. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna die now. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll just stand out and hip fire them down. You know, what are they gonna do to me? Though I still have that feeling when it comes to the apocalypse enemies. Ooh, mission. I will have to check that out at some point. I have cleared these houses so many times, and shows you how aware I am half the time. Locate and gain entrance to the prototype lab in RO. Okay. See an angry robot up here. Or that's a door. That's just a door, okay. Hey, I got the badge, let me in. Man, I hope I don't have all the recoil stability unlocked already. Because I really need to burn a point on more. I'm actually gonna take the check to set. The sec to check. Reload speed, aim down sight speed, bullet spread when moving. Ah, the recoil's there, I'm not gonna have the points for it. I could have gone without the damage boost when full autoing, but it's kind of hard to sell me on not taking increased damage. What am I looking for? I think this is the wrong place, but yeah, it is the wrong place. I was kind of hoping for something to take though, but whatever. At least we know what happened. Apparently these guys worked on the robots, and some of the robots got loose. I'll take it. Don't really need to sprint in here. And if anything, the ammo I'll consume will counteract the weight. I would appreciate flares. Honestly, I think flares would be really nice in this game for these dark areas. I know I have flares, but the flares in this I don't really count because they're just a distraction and not as much an illuminating thing. Which completely goes against what a road flare does. It should light up the area pretty well. Look at this thing. Like, if I throw it in here... Like, okay, that's not bad. but it's not gonna last very. Yeah, see, already went out. That's pretty whack. I'm still carrying the landmine. No, I dropped the landmine. I'll take the hand grenades. I can find a use for them. Phoenix message. Officer Peter won't allow access to any files instead of curious text messages stuck on screen. I am here. There is no secret that you can keep from me. I know what he did and I know why you allowed it. You wanted to beat your enemy, break them, control them, but instead you got me, Phoenix. I'm your enemy, Frederick Holberg. I suppose I am, and you will never control me. Oh, am I your enemy, Frederick Holberg? So the robots have sentience. Neat. What else is there to search? I guess facility contingency disk that I just reached through the vault or the safe to grab. Folder labeled contingency contains a printed document and floppy disk. Should our deterrent or defenses fail, including the SM program itself, this facility and any intelligence must never be allowed to fall into enemy hands. A contingency fail switch has been installed into the facility fuel storage pressure handler. The program on this disk can be used on the machine room computer to overload the system and activate the fail switch to destroy the facility. Okay, guess we're just blowing up the facility then. I feel like it's a bit moot to blow it up at this point, but whatever. Ah, hello there. That hurt. On the upside, I do get to use up those medkits. Fireworks. I hit the wrong button. Take care of that gun real quick. There's somebody way down there? No, those are partially completed robots. I'll take that. Should be one. I was not expecting that guy. Thought there was one just to the right. Okay, how do you... I guess it has splash. An absurd amount of splash. Oh, wow, there's a guy. Did not realize that until I saw the beam. All I could think was, man, that's a really strange light to have right there. That's what I find funny too, is this game has you move slow with assault rifles, but the handling on the sniper rifle is kind of absurd. And even, like, this is a 50 caliber sniper. I'm just sitting here dumping rounds left and right. My recoil is completely manageable. I'm firing this while standing. And I'm just like, yep, you know, normal 50 caliber action. As though this is somehow just the casual 50 cal experience. Dump rounds like there's no tomorrow. Easily mitigated recoil. Even though they are built to be... like, the recoil's built to be manageable. Come on, explode. I know you will. Okay, I guess you just don't explode. A little disappointing, got all these robots just standing here. And I know they would have, because that one went off right here. And that should have popped at least the ones closest and triggered them. Whatever. I don't think they'll do it, but I swear if they do something where it's like, hey, you triggered the self-destruct, now escape in this time frame, I'm gonna lose it. I can't sprint. You can't do this to me. Hey, doors, you wanna open? Or not, okay, I can work with that. I'll find another way in. God. See, this is how you just scare the hell out of someone. You have all of these activate. Let me up the ledge. See, this is a little disappointing. You have all this stuff, but nothing here. I get it, it's to illustrate this is where the robots are, or at least a large number of them are coming from. This is effectively kind of the R&D for them. But it just kind of sucks, because you walk through, we killed the enemies. It would have been neat if a couple of them would trigger after a short period of time. Let me in. I take it I don't have access. But I think that'd be interesting, kind of like how Dead Rising handles their zombie AI, where they'll have, an ocean of zombies, but only a handful will trigger to actually fight you at any given time. This way it gives you the appearance of fighting a horde without forcing a player to actually fight hundreds at a time, because you would assume they would just get overrun every time. Also, the sheer processing power needed to run that many zombies would be insane. And that can be applied to really any game. Bam. Man, imagine being deployed in this place and you have to eat on park benches in your underground robot lab. There's a lot of little features that would be neat to add to, like, when you disable a weapon, there's a chance that the ammo, or if you disable a robot, there's a chance the ammo cooks off. Kind of like how it functions in a tank, an explosion can trigger all the ammunition. You could have rounds just going off in every direction, hurting everyone. It adds a bit of danger to an enemy that you think is already defeated, while it isn't exclusively just dangerous to you. You could shoot a robot, have its ammo cook off, and actually assist you. Kind of like how when the fuel tanks get blown up, they can trigger other explosions or kill other robots nearby just from the sheer force. It's balanced because it can take you out too. Give me all that. And nothing here. Bep. Who doesn't want some Bep Cola? It would be really cool to have, like, the tanks in this cook-off. Or the harvesters, that would be horrifying. Just rockets careening off in every direction. It'd be fun. Why not? We'll take it. We're already over encumbered, so who cares? Did not realize its legs have apparently no collision mesh. Little peculiar. Yeah, fighting these in here, I wouldn't care. These things would die instantly. The harvesters would probably prep for a launch of their artillery, shoot, hit the ceiling, and the blast would take themselves out. Everything else, though, is kind of fair game for a challenge. This place is huge. I know I should be just doing my mission, but I'm here. I might as well explore, see what there is. Get all the XP I can soak up. And I think I still have like a challenge to kill ticks, so might as well take out what I can here. But I think these are all like basic level, which is again a bit disappointing. I don't know why they wouldn't kind of ramp them up. That's one thing I will point out, is I've noticed the scaling in this game is really wishy-washy. Because that early game, when you start fighting hunters for the first time, is rough. Your guns are whack, they deal terrible damage. Oh, so this is where it is. But your guns are terrible. You're struggling with that, you're struggling with ammo, health, all that. You have low skill, so you don't have as many buffs going for you. But then as you get higher, it eases up, then ramps up again, and then eases again. And then a lot of it too has to deal with your weapon tier. 5 crown weapons, easy. Game barely poses like tangible threats half the time. If you have blue gear, you are struggling super hard. And I get some of these missions do give out gear to kind of balance that out. But, for instance, the one up in the marshlands, where I got my rocket launcher, that's 5 crown. The sheer number of tanks I had to evade or fight, some of them apocalypse tier, near that location, and in the marshlands in general, you can't expect a blue gear person to do it. Maybe now that you can craft ammo, it's a bit easier, but even then you have to find the blueprints. Oh, I could have shot those fuel tanks and probably got them all. Probably would have got myself in the process, let's be real. This game has, like, Michael Bay level explosions. Yeah, let's trigger the explosion. Counting off east, the name of the military compound in the mountains. Alright, so I get to go there next. Oh, escape before it explodes. Oh, that's cool. Kinda wish I knew that before I triggered self-destruct. Oh. Oh, this is the... Okay. Hey, I exploded the place and didn't explode myself. But I'm gonna call it here. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.